Hello Avuxeni, mi amukerile nakambe ka channel ya mina siku ra namuntlha. Ni vuyile nakambe na hubby.
Hello.
So yeah, today we're gonna be talking about the myths of marriage. Yeah. So mina na Nona, we've been married for 6-7 years. Our traditional marriage was 7 years ago. Our white wedding was 6 years ago. So we've been married 6-7 years. So hi sure hi nga kota ku hlamula about the myths leti vanhu va nga na tona hi mucato. Yeah. So
So one of the myths is dating for a short time. And so one would think that if you've dated for a short time, you don't know each other, you're gonna divorce and all of that. But is it true? Is it not true? For me and my wife didn't date that long.
yeah.
Tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And we got married, but there's some people who jump in, because for us it wasn't infatuations, it was love, and we saw each other. We didn't go through this whole thing with testing waters and all of that. So I knew what I wanted. I saw her, I loved her, and she felt the same way about me, and so that's how Inga did. And so some people have different ideas about Sako, what is dating. So it's like to see, is this person gonna make me happy and all of that. But I think for me, Lokon Kenaka, the Lokonung approach her, I already knew what I wanted, and she was also aligned. And so yeah, since I'm a believer, I believe that God is the one that was directing us together, and that's how we got married. And so yes, there's a lot of stuff that we didn't know about each other that we learned, and some stuff that irritated me about her and something that I got irritated about her. But yeah, it's life, you know. Unfortunately, you can't know everything about someone until you actually start living with that person. And so yes, Guy, now we didn't date that long before I went and asked her parents for a hand. And so now I'm old school, so I went to her dad. And I saw your daughter, and I'd really like to pursue a relationship with her. And her dad asked, okay, Sako, what do you think? And yeah, I guess the feeling was mutual. And then he gave us his blessings. And then the end of that year, Romela, Pamalume Naban, Pafamaba Lobon. And so, yeah, that's what happened.
So yeah, even I feel the same way. So if you date, another one bari, it a data like for 3 years, 4 years before each other, so that we can get to know each other better. With us, with me, I believe Saku, even today, I sitivana yelela, donzana every day. So yeah. So
but I think also I must notice Sako, if Ibana Labansongo, Banaba 17, 18, really don't know life.
Yeah.
And so sometimes they jump into situations because wanted this gang and
high school.
yeah. So yeah, for someone who's grown, who's matured, yes, you know what you want and you go for it. But a lot of times, vale varsity and all of that, they still need growing and all of that. And so, if someone who are 19, I've seen a girl that I want to marry. In 3 months, I want to start doing arrangements. I would say you need to grow up a bit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So do you think Saku long distance relationship yo yi nga endla swa ku hi cata.
Yeah, I guess so. Mhaka hi ku, I was dating her at Tshama Mashamba in Venda, but almost 500 Ks.
Yeah.
And so, yes, I did a couple of trips, but yeah.
It was expensive.
Yeah, it was an expensive date. So, yeah, I think it also played a part. Mhaka hi ku, yeah, driving about 500 Ks to go and see her. And then when you see her a few hours and then you need to drive back. Yeah, it was challenging. So I think, yeah, also that might also have played a part in us getting married sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So also, you 7 years older than me. Vanhu vo tala va ri, if me chata me the same age or me chata wansati ri unkulu, wansati ta delela nuna cause I Ben 10, or if like you sugar daddy and stuff. What do you think about that? Do you think Saku, you being 7 years older than me, swimfuneta Saku nimnyiketa respect, or you think it would have been better if I the same age, or me niri sugar mom and you bente?
I think it's all about perception.
Yeah.
You go. Sometimes ukumasako vanhu are the same age and paranzana. Sometimes ukumasako the woman is older but she still respects
Respects her
the
husband,
man and all
yeah.
of that. But I think maybe growing up, standards telling you, hey, as an African man, you need to be older than your wife and all of that. And so I think it also played a role in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I don't know if I would have dated someone who's older than me. I doubt it. But I think the matter of respect, I don't think it's a matter of if she's younger than you, she'll respect you more or not. But I think it's up to the person. If she can be 50 years younger than you, if she doesn't have respect, she won't respect you.
Yeah.
So sweet.
So age is just a number.
Yeah, so age, yeah. But it needs to be reasonable.
Yeah, anyway, I don't regret getting married to an older guy. So yeah, I don't respect you because you're older than me. I respect you because you are my husband and I love you. That's all. So age ka me, it's nothing. As long as if you respect Tana, Ranzana, Ingiselana, it's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, most of the people were first year of marriage, a honeymoon, like honeymoon.
Yeah, technically, I would say first maybe 3 to 5 years should be honeymoon, but unfortunately,
It's not.
for most times it's not. I don't know, maybe also this part, Sako, if you didn't date for a long time, there's a lot of habits that you need to adjust. Maybe if you've dated for 8-10 years, maybe there's a lot of habits. You say mitolobelanile and mastiba sako this person runs in. But for a lot of people, like first of all, you're sharing a place with someone. Another thing is you're sharing a bed with someone, and kuna sulosotala, and sometimes also na mchato wako sako muentle njani misungule meme kombela loan, and then now you for the next 5 years you're paying off that loan, and so before you got married you're going on dates every week and all of that, but because you had a very expensive wedding,
Now
you're paying, you're broke, and so me just spaghetti na fish, but yeah, it's one of those. And so but for if the best case scenario, so the first couple of years should be honeymoon, you are living the life with the person that you love.
Yeah.
But also there's also sometimes, blah blah blah, counseling helps for most of the time if you went and did premarital counseling, because they bring out the different issues that you can get into and you deal with it before then. But some people, yes, you find that, hey, this person anga runs matanza, you love eggs, so what happens? You need to compromise, or this person loves going out, this person is, and there's a lot of things that you need to cut down that you used to do alone, that you need to see if that person is compatible or not. Do they like doing that or don't they like doing that? And so there's a lot of factors for the first few years. You get to know each other. I would say about after 3, 4, 5 years, at least you've noticed, okay, this person related habits dying. And then from there it gets easier, I would say. Even though now there's kids involved, and so it gets challenging in other areas, but for those petty things, that's you find that it's already been dealt with. And so, yeah, in essence, the first few years should be honeymoon. For some it is, for some it isn't, but there's a whole list. And so, yeah, unfortunately I don't have all the reasons, but the ones that I specified, you find that it forms a lot of things. You go, sometimes even you are used to going home when and what if your wife doesn't really like going there? You've got like the classical example, yeah, the toilet seat up and down.
So I guess first year of marriage, it's 50% honeymoon and also 50% challenging.
Yeah.
They go, as much as we enjoying each other, so I go, oh, say so like we're together and everything. Karna, so I go, hey, all the irritator 1, 2, 3, and we're leading. So I guess it's 50-50 honeymoon. 50% honeymoon, yeah, honeymoon, the other 50%.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yo, parents, please skip this part. So most of the people think Sako married people have sex every day. This is so embarrassing, but you're gonna do it anyway.
For us guys, me,
you know what? Let's skip this part. We're not gonna talk about it, baby. No, we're not talking about it.
It should be every day.
We're not talking about it. So
why not?
Okay.
Sex should be every day, 2, 3, 4 times a day.
You know what? We're not talking about this. I'm chatting the sex. So every day or not, I don't know, but I'm chatting the sex. Can we move to the next point? Okay, so most of the people think Sako Baba Sati, they do everything. What do you think about that?
It's quite funny. During the dating times, when you go and do work in the kitchen, you're cooking together, together, and all of this. But hey, sometimes once you get married and all of that, some of those things change. They shouldn't, but they change. Because sometimes you go to work, you're tired, and all of that. And I don't know, I think maybe a lot of times while we're dating, we're still impressing. And a lot of times, once you get married, now we stop impressing and we just want to we grew up that the lady needs to be in the kitchen and the man in the sea. So yeah, during the dating times, you're trying to impress, and you forget, Sako, even when you get married, you still need to continue impressing. But sometimes you're tired, you're working 9 hours and all of that. And when you look at it, most of the times while you're dating, it's maybe she came to visit for lunch and you know, so the Sako song. But now there's cooking, there's pots and all of these things, and so
So what are you saying? Sako Babasati, they do all the work.
no, for most of the time they do most of the housework, but I don't think Sako, like for me, for instance, Landlin, my wife, she prefers doing the cleaning and, you know, sweeping, tidying up, and I know she doesn't like dishes. So that's where I help in. I help out with the dishes. So I do all the dishes and clean the kitchen and all
And I
of
don't
that.
like cleaning the bathroom.
Yes. So it's a shared responsibility, and so you really the thing that women needs to be in the kitchen and all of that, and so like for instance now we don't do that, and so but for most of the time, yeah, most of the things is, yeah, we share a lot of the load to try to keep the house clean, because I think it would be unfair to her, so I enter everything, and so wherever I can, I'll assist, play with the kids while she's doing other chores and all of that, and so it's a shared responsibility. Parenting is not one person thing.
Okay, so most of the people won't get married because I believe once you get married, your husband is your friend, your wife is your friend, and you're no longer allowed to go out. Not the friends that way. So people won't get married because of that.
Yeah, but in a way, it has to be, but not totally, because yes, you had friends before, and you still have those friends, and so you can't just ditch all your friends and say, hey guys, now I'm married, it's just me and my wife, and so, but yes, you will have those times where you go and meet with your friends, but you need to also try to limit those things, because if every Saturday near stadium, my friends and all of these things, so is my wife between Monday to Friday, and then weekends she's not. So that's where you need to balance it. I don't think that you should just say, okay, she's my wife and so she's only my friend, but also you need to continue having your own friends. There's times where I'll just go and just chill, or go and have a braai somewhere, or they come over here or whatever, and so sometimes we need to be apart so that there's other topics that I can't discuss with my wife. I'm not saying Sako it's wrong topics, but I know she's not a fan of cars, and so right now, like me and my brother Iranzako argue, Sako, is it Benz or Beamer? And so I can't have that argument with my wife. You see.
A car is a car. As long as if you are point A to B, I'm good with that. A car is a car.
The car is about colors, what color the car is. Doesn't care, Sako, is it 1 liter, is it a 4 liter, what kind of engine, all of that, diesel, petrol, and all of those things. So that's why I would think that yeah, you need to have other friends beside her, but those other friends should not be occupying more time than what you spend with your wife. That's why I would say.
Okay. So now, man, what Allah they believe that you married, you need to tell each other everything. Like kunati secrets and chatting. Oh, you tell each other everything. Like everything. With
That's
me.
one, no comment. Yeah.
Okay, with me, I tell you the important part. If it's not important, I don't tell you. Now, I want to be loyal to my friends. Ahleba bangana, it doesn't know. Even if it's clever, yeah. If I should be cool, this will get
Yeah, but it's true. It's a life-changing secret, something that will affect both of you. I don't think that should be kept a secret. But I mean, there's things that you do, like minor things. You don't need to come back home and say, "Baby, this is what happened. 1, 2, 3." Oh no, the day. Yeah. So. I would still say there's still some places where some stuff that you'll keep from your wife, like maybe something that you know will hurt her, and not something that because it's something that you did that you were not supposed to do that will hurt her, but maybe someone said something and you don't really feel that it's worth starting something about that.
Like you're trying to protect her.
Yes. If it's something that will protect her, I would say those things I understand you can keep hidden, because I don't see that affecting
and surprises.
Yeah. But if it's secrets that are gonna affect your marriage in a bad way, I think those ones are not needed in the marriage, because I believe once something happens, deal with it, because if it stays and grows over few months or few years, it's gonna be worse than if I saw me.
So rather deal it with now, so I renew than late. Yeah. So okay, let's move on. So many people will say, I'm not gonna get married because when I get married, I need to change my religion, my lifestyle, my everything. Swanuna or swakabanun.
Yeah, that one is a touchy topic. Hey, and I know a couple of you are gonna disagree with me. No, it's not like that. But in essence, when you look at it, the man goes and marries the wife, and so for the most part, so first of all, Nwanaku, she takes the man's surname, and so
that is fair.
And then the stuff that's are done. So if let's say when there's different religions that are involved
now
there.
I need to suka kerekeni ya Shigubu nyangena ZCC, and I'm more comfortable kerekeni ya me ya khale na khale.
So in those cases, it's advisable to get someone at least from the same culture or same religion, because you avoid a lot of things. Trust me, it looks like it's a small thing, but Shiva a big thing. If let's say Ekaya Ipal and Yongana Kerek, it's two different extremes. And so Fanke Landley Nastopako Kongela Tapal. And so you see those things.
I guess now we're not the right person to answer that one, because we both men so kaka Baptist, Mileka Baptist, so and we both Tsongas. So.
Yeah, so we are lucky because we are both Tsongas and we're both Christians, and so we did not experience that issue. But
anyway, let's rather say so there are some things let's say ekaya I see that differently. Differently, but we didn't say now because we're me you need to change but we sat down okay, this is what I'm comfortable with, this is what you're comfortable with, and then our own tradition.
Yeah,
I guess maybe that's something you should try. If one huma ka ZCC un'wana huma kereke na group, at least it done with vula leswaku you know what, mina nge swi koti ku cincana ka ZCC or nge cinci ta ka xigubu, so let's rather hi kuma yin'wana leyi nga ta hi suta and then ya nghena ka yo. I don't know.
But the whole point is to do the same thing as a family. You can't say man you endla leswi, man you endla leswi, maka start is a friction because let's say man phahla and anga wa khongela, then loko ya lena lava sa ku famba and support ni vuya na swilo swa lena, let's say ni vuya na nyama yini ako no ya nga dyi nyama ya Xikwembu, you understand, and so now it's an issue anga yi lavi le ndlwini. And then so what happens,
and it's also your house, you need to be free to bring anything and bring your way.
Yes, and then kuna conference ya viki, and then man look, you understand, and, so,
and also the kids, you know, cause vana va tswariwa now va ku n'wana u vitaniwa hi ve le hansi u rilela vito, and now me believe sa ku a ta n'wi nyika vito ra mina ni nga comfortable hi rona, and then n'wemi ku va kokwani ve rin'wana a fana a teka vito, and now we fighting sa ku no n'wana mi a nge swi koti ku teka vito, you understand.
Yeah, so even those things you could also send vana va joiner which one now you are either confusing the kids or you are forcing them to something, and they might not be comfortable with it. But I would say since Lani, then yeah, we're doing the same thing together.
Okay. If you're married to the love of your life, you don't fight, you don't argue, kutama kwerwa lovey-dovey every day.
Hey, that is a myth. It's a big myth. We are people, and so obviously, kuna swilo leswi nga ta irritator, kuna swilo leswi irritator, and sometimes irritate just to see how far you can push this person or whatever, or you are irritated and you just want to irritate someone else. But arguments are there. Since you are people and you are living, there's things, someone that could drive any after something funny or could irritate you, and you come and do all of these things. So as married people, you are always gonna argue about something, and so it's a myth if you think that we never argue. The whole point is that when you argue, sit down and discuss it. Arguments should have a point where they stop, and so if let's say you argue aswaku chicken in lava swak I sweka so, and we argue, we can't every time asweka chicken we keep on arguing about the same thing. We need to say, okay, look, if anga islavi kudya chicken yaku katingiwa or lava chicken ya stew and whatever, then it's fine. If she decides to cook, then she can cook 2 pots. So or if you both are not willing to change, but there should be some compromise that is done. And so you might find like, okay, let me cook a chicken this way and see how you like it. And you find out that you eventually like it. And so, but arguments are there and they will always be there. It's just that you need to sit down and deal with it and move on. There's always gonna be something that you argue about. Some situations you don't know how to deal with them until you are in that situations, and you can prepare as much as you can for most of them, but there's some times where it's gonna come because it's at that stage of your life kind of thing.
Okay, our last point, where the husband's parents are responsible ku nyiketa mavito ya vana.
I know. Hey, this is also such a big
Yeah.
debate, Makaikum. A lot culturally and traditionally, you find a lot of people still hold to that, but also some people are not as cultural and don't agree with that, and so that's another topic that will bring a lot of arguments into the family, and so but it's one of those that you need to sit down and agree, Sako. You as the children's parents, Sako, and then your parents will fall in line after that, and so but yeah, it's they also want to play a part, but you guys need to set the boundaries and all of that and so if you feel that maslaba sakho bami tela bana, then hey, it's fine, go and enjoy that. If you feel that no, maybe but one name and you give the other name, that's also fine. Or if you feel that no, that's also fine. And
As
so,
long as if you as a couple may agree, so that's
yeah, because at the end of it all, what are you guys agreeing on? If you don't agree on such things, then you're gonna have an argument, and it might be one that never ends. You don't recognize that name, that kind of thing. But yeah, the main point is that as a couple, you are now one united people, and so you need to be able to stand together. You need to fight for each other and encourage one another, and so sometimes, yeah, you just need to compromise, because trust me, in marriage, one thing that you need to learn is the art of compromise. There's some stuff that, yes, you don't feel that you need to compromise on, and you need to state something. It can't be so no, because I see and as so kind and all of that. But if it's something that is worthwhile and something that has bearing in this, you'll find that you will be able to form an agreement on that. And if maybe this is something she feels strong about, you will see her point, and chances are you will be willing to compromise to her side. Or if she also feels that you feel very strongly about this, now yeah, she'll be willing to compromise in that regard. So compromise is a very important issue, a marriage, and so yeah, that's where I would encourage it.
Okay, I guess video later, Uma.
Okay, I'll make video
The part
started.
1 and part 2, because I read very long. But anyway, if milaba ko edda sungan lo, eta endla another video ya kufana na yo. And please mingaribali ku subscribe, mingaribali ku like, mingaribali na ku share ti video ta hina omkombela. Okay babe, thank you for
Bye-bye.
thank you for coming.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.
See you.